Good day, my dear students, and welcome back again to our class. So at this time, I'll be discussing the third law of motion. So our previous discussion, again, I discussed already the first law of motion. So when you say first law, that is the inertia, okay? And then when you say second law, that is the law of acceleration. Now, at this point in the third law of motion, I'll be discussing the law of interaction. Okay, to give you an overview, so here is the overview of our lesson. So again, first law of motion, sabi daw po dito, when a body remains at rest or uniform motion unless acted upon by a net external force. So ibig sabihin po natin, if an object remain at rest, it will remain at rest. If an object is in motion or exerted a greater amount of force, then an object will move. Yeah, at this point naman po, second law naman po natin, the amount of acceleration of a body is proportional to the acting force and inversely proportional to the mass of the body. So, ibig sabihin po natin na this second law, kung ano po yung ine-exert po na force ng tao, ganoon din po ang mag-exert na force po dito din sa ating object. So, it's matter of acceleration. Nakabase lang po siya sa mass nung magiging sample po natin. For example, this person has a mass of 150 kilograms pushing this car. Ano yung amount of force ang makukuha niya, yung ma-achieve niya. And also to determining also the acceleration. Now, in the third law of motion, sabi naman po dito, for every reaction that there is an equal but opposite reaction. If an object A exert a force on object B, then object B will exert an equal but opposite force on object A. Ibig sabihin po, if this girl is pulling the dog, so kung ang dog po natin ay nag-exert po na 50 Newton na force, eventually po, this human ay magkakaroon din po siya ng negative 50 Newton as a net force or opposite. Okay? This will serve as an opposite. Now, let us move. Again, define po natin ulit ang Newton's third law of motion. Sabi dito, whenever one body exert a force on a second body, the second body exert an oppositely directed force of equal magnitude on the first body. Again, just like one example kanina dito sa atin, kapag itong girl ay pinupul niya itong dog, if the dog is exerting a 50 net force, also this human will also receive an opposite net force, which is also a negative 50 Newton. So let's try this one. Apply natin to. Suppose that the magnitude of the force is 36 Newton. If the mass of the spacecraft is 11,000 kilograms and the mass of the astronaut is 92 kilograms, what are the acceleration? Take note, we have here the force. And the mass of the spacecraft is 11 kilogram. This will be as the mass. And the mass of the astronauts is also a 92 kilograms. May another mass po tayo. May mass 2 tayo and mass 1. Now, what are the acceleration? So, dahil magkaiba po ito, magkakaroon tayo ng exerting force ng spacecraft and opposite force po ng astronaut, we will apply this in this kind of concept. So, again, with the use of second law of motion, apply lang natin yung second law in determining the acceleration where F is equals to, pag determining yung force, di ba? F is equals to mass times A, and determining the acceleration where A or acceleration is equals to force divided by mass. So, apply lang po natin. Again, meron po tayong net force of the spacecraft. Meron tayong spacecraft na 36 Newton. That's the force of the force po ng ating spacecraft. And this will be divided into the mass of the spacecraft, which is 11,000 kilogram. This will give you a result of positive 0.0033 meter per second squared. Now, in determining the acceleration of the astronaut, again, with the use of the force of the spacecraft, negative 36 force, and applying the mass of the astronaut, which is 92 kilograms, which this will give you a 0.39 meter per second squared. Okay, let's move on. Now, let's try this. In rocket propulsion, a problem statement, sabi dito, a rocket expels gas at speed of 3,000 meters per second. If the mass flow rate of the expelled gas is 50 kilogram per second, what is the thrust produced by the rocket? Let's first take a note. Let's take a note of this one. So, meron tayong 3,000 meters per second. This will serve as our speed. Now, let's say the velocity natin. Velocity natin yan, that will be 3,000 meter per seconds. Tapos, meron po tayo ditong mass of flow rate. Okay, mass of flow rate po natin, which is 50 kilogram per seconds. And then, our thrust is unknown. So in analyzing these problems, you can see speed, mass, and the thrust. Eventually, this we can use the second law. Apply po natin yung second law na formula, which is F is equals to mass times acceleration. Substitute lang po natin yan. And therefore, the thrust is equals to 50 kilograms per seconds multiplied to 3,000 meter per seconds. So, wala naman tayong ika-cancel out dyan. Then, multiply lang natin. Then, therefore, this thrust, no, ang makuha po natin dyan is 1,000, ito, 150,000, no? 150,000 kilogram times meter per second squared, or let's say 150,000 Newton. To verify this answer, we have this one. So thrust is equals to mass flow rate times velocity. Okay, now let's try this one. Again, a 10 kilogram object is dropped from a height. Calculate the force acting on it just before it hits the ground. So let's determine this one. This is the mass. Mass po natin. And calculate the force before it hits the ground. Then therefore, we'll be using gravity. So ang gravity natin is equals to 9.81 meter per second squared. Why? Kasi nga po hinuhulog siya, idadrop po siya. So therefore, ang active force natin doon is yung dropping the ball, tapos ang reaction niya, ang mangyari, mag-oppose doon is the gravity. So using this formula, apply lang po natin ang second law of motion, where F is equals to mass times A. But this time, dahil nga po gravity ang gagamitin po natin, pwede natin po siyang gawin as force is equals to mass times gravity. So applying this concept, substitute lang po natin. So F is equals to 10 kilograms multiplied to 9.81 meter per second squared. And therefore, the force will be 98.1 meter, kilogram times meter per second squared, or 98.1 Newton. Okay? So this will be the solution. Now, let's try this one. You try it, and I'll give you a minute, and then solve natin. Okay, if you're going to read this one, a swimmer pushes against the wall of the pool with a force of 150 newtons. What is the reaction force exerted by the wall on the swimmer? Ang sinasabi po dito, no, ang pinakatanong dito, ano daw po yung reaction ng wall do sa swimmer? So, if a swimmer pushes against a 150 newtons, and therefore po, the answer will be also a 150 newtons. Again po, babalikan lang po natin yung concept po ni third law of motion, where says that the force of A is also equals to force of B. So as you can see, the swimmer is considered as our force of A. Then ang wall ay consider as the force of B. So, dapat po equal po yan. So, 150, 150 Newton. Okay? Now, try again of this one. Okay, at this point, a cyclist with a mass of 70 kilograms pedals to accelerate. If the exert force of 210 newtons backward on the ground, what is the acceleration of the bicycle? So let's take out of this one. Meron po tayo ditong mass. Meron po tayo ditong force. Ang hinahanap po natin dito is the acceleration. So do you have already a hint? Yes, we will apply the second law of motion. So second law po tayo, eventually A is equals to F, it should be divided. F divided by mass. And so we'll get 210 newtons divided by kilograms. Cancel out lang po natin. So that is a kilogram times meter per second squared. Cancel lang po natin kilograms, cancel lang kilograms. So automatically, makuha natin is meter per second squared as our unit. And therefore, you'll get 3 meter per second squared. Okay? Next, a person with a mass of 80 kilograms jumps off a boat with a force of 300 Newton. What is the reaction force exerted on the boat? Okay. Try it again. I'll give you a minute and then later check po natin. Okay, so a person with a mass of 80 kilograms jump off a boat with a force of 300 Newton. What is the reaction force exerted on the boat? Reaction force, okay? So we have here the 80 kilograms as our mass, 300 Newtons as our force. So, do you have any idea anong formula gagamitin natin? Okay, so the reaction force on this one is also 300 Newton. Again, reaction force exerted on the boat. So, wala ka pong masyadong gagamitin dito. Again, okay? So, ang hinahanap kasi dito, reaction force exerted on the boat. Kung ano yung naibigay mo. So, in Tagalog, no, if you're going to translate into Filipino, what is the force you have exerted on the boat? So, tumalon ka. Kung ang force mo is 300 Newton, apply lang natin yung third law of motion, which is also 300 Newton. So regardless of this one, always read carefully and understand carefully the word problem. So for example, this one, bigyan tayo ng mass. Aanin natin ng mass. If the question is, what is the reaction force exerted? So, exerted. So analyze the problem carefully. So read, analyze, understand, and read carefully. Yun lang naman kailangan nyo dun. Okay? Now, a box of mass kilogram is pushed with the force of 20 Newton. If the frictional force acting on the box is 5 Newton, what is the net force and acceleration of the box? Okay, again, meron tayong mass. Meron po tayong force. And sabi dito, if the frictional force acting on the box is 5 Newton, what is the net force and acceleration of the box? Okay, so I'll give you a minute again and try to analyze and understand this problem. Okay, let's check. So first, we're going to look first at the net force. So in our net force, we'll be using the net force of 20 Newton subtracted to 5 Newton. Okay? Why? Because a box, sabihin natin yung box. Meron kang box na 5 kilograms. Pinush mo siya. Si Sir La Madrid ay itinulak yung box towards. Okay? Now, the frictional force acting on the box is Newton. So, yung acting niya is pabaliktad, opposing. So, ang force na binibigay ko po is 20 Newton. Now, the friction force is 5 Newton. That is why, if you're going to answer this one, this will give you a 15 newtons. So subtract mo lang, 20 newton minus 5, that will be 50 newtons. Now we have already the force. Ito po ang force ang gagamitin natin to find the acceleration. So using this formula, net force divided by mass. So substitute lang po natin. So again, acceleration is equals to 15 newton divided by our mass is 5 kilograms. So cancel out lang natin yung grams, and therefore meter per second ang makuha po natin, and eventually you'll get 3 meter per second squared. Okay? So you get it? Okay, and that will be the end of the discussion of the third law of motion. On the next video, I'll be discussing the types of forces. This will involve the spring, the gravitational force, so on and so forth. So marami pa pong discussion dito, and again, thank you and God bless.